Most people do not think of cover crops as a crop per se. They treat it as an afterthought, and that's a totally wrong thing to do. Cover crops take a much higher level of management, much more increased level of management. And if you're going to grow cover crops in the fall of 2015, you really need to be looking at today what you intend to grow. It's very important to plan ahead. We need to decide on what field it's going to be in. Do you have an issue with that field? Are you going to pick the cover crop to try and fix the issue you might have with the field? Compaction, standing water, you want better water infiltration, things like that. So you need to start looking at that today. Mainly because if you figure out what you're going to plant on the cover crop, then we look at what full season crop you're going to grow, corn or soybeans. If you're growing corn, then we need to start looking at what herbicides you're going to use, because some of the corn herbicides will carry into the fall. And if they carry into the fall, that's an issue because it may kill your cover crop if that cover crop is susceptible to that particular herbicide. So you need to select your herbicide to match which cover crop you're going to grow in the fall. Same way with soybeans. If you're going to do soybeans and use a cover crop in the fall, you may want to aerial seed it. If you're going to aerial seed it, you're probably going to be seeding it in Illinois sometime between middle of August or end of August and the middle of September. Therefore, you're going to look back and say, gosh, am I going to use a post herbicide on my soybeans? If I'm going to use a post herbicide, then I need to make sure that I use it early enough and I use a type of herbicide that doesn't particularly kill our cover crop. Radishes and turnips, your brassicas, your kales, all of those are very susceptible to many of the post-applied soybean herbicides. So you got to make sure that you don't apply those too late, or you plant the cover crop too close to when they were used. Otherwise, you may lose that stand of cover crops.